Hello ladies and gents, welcome to a new night point of view review. In front of us is finally the new Renault 5. I'm going to use the remote to turn on the headlights. We can see nice performance. We're going to check them out outside the city. Now we have the top trim, the Iconic. This is also the larger 52 kWh battery, and we have 150 horsepower. It's the front wheel drive. Now if I unlock the car, you can see headlight dance, and there's a little wink wink, a really cool detail. The car says hello. Now the number 5 is the exterior battery indicator, a cool detail. It switches off when you start driving. Now let's show you the profile here. We have the 18-inch alloys as standard, really nice and comfy suspension, despite the bigger dimension of the tires. It is nice and soft. Now if I unlock the car, or I just use this remote, you can see the rear taillights. Just the original design and the cool retro style is just an amazing design wise, and I'm happy that they've kept the concept car almost fully in the production version. If I open up the cargo, you can see nicely illuminated, 326 liters of cargo space, 1,000 if you knock down the seats. Okay, let's jump in. I have the key in my pocket. Now you can see here, open R-Link, a little animation as a welcome. There's also welcome sound, but I switched it off. There's this little avatar, bit annoying. Now this is the beautiful interior. We have leatherette, we have nice yellow seats in the Iconic top trim. This is how the interior looks when the lights go off. Okay, power button, and let's turn on the car. So car is on. Okay, just to show you here, I am in personal setting, configure, driving is sport, steering is, well, low, but okay. Vehicle dynamics are normal. Now I might switch to sport mode later, but it is actually in the sport mode regarding the motor. And I like to be in B for maximum recuperation. There are apps for Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, but I will use the embedded Google navigation because it does look very nice. Maybe one thing I would personally love to have, since I'm a Tesla owner, as a satellite view, but I guess you can have it all. But it's a very nice interior. Before we start, the car is on, the power consumption is slightly going up. I did a consumption test simulating an open road. It is around 13 kilowatts. On my drive, driving between 60 and 80 kilometers per hour at late night, low traffic, anticipating to when to like recuperate for the red lights and so on. Now another journalist told me he did a trip of 350 kilometers or so in a single charge on an open road, so driving mostly like 80 to 100, and his consumption was 10 kilowatts, and I know he likes to drive a little bit sportier, so really efficient. Putting it to drive, or in B in this case, and actually wait, sorry, just to show you the reverse camera, good resolution. If I back up, so gently, closer I get to that pillar, it switches the camera, so that's practical if you really have to park tight. Okay, we're heading out. Now you might hear it or not, but there's the pedestrian warning sound. You can change these. So I love driving EVs, the nice quiet ride, and I would actually prefer not to have a pedestrian warning if you would ask me, but people really don't notice EVs. on the road, and it's good to have one. Okay, where to start? Such an amazing car. It's a little go-kart. It's nice and fast. Okay, the brakes are a little bit more sensitive. They're a little bit more aggressive from the start. We have the auto hold feature, and now this EV doesn't act like, for example, Tesla or Volvo. You need to press the brake in order to fully stop, so it doesn't stop when you release the accelerator. It just keeps going forward like the classical automatic. Something that I'm not personally a fan of. I do prefer full one-pedal driving, but this doesn't have that. Now, the acceleration is nice and smooth if you're in the comfort. In personal, I've set it to sport, so it's nice and nippy. And I'm gonna keep it nice and cool in the neighborhoods. Once we get to the avenue, I'm just gonna demonstrate that. Again, suspension is nice and comfy. It is soaking up the imperfections very nicely. This car is not super heavy. I actually forgot to check the weight of the car, but it's not a heavy car. And the suspension is really nice. So, okay, going a little fast here. Just, it just pulls you in, it's so easy to speed with this little car. Now, this is probably one of the coolest looking hatchbacks. It's posh looking, very comfortable, and it's look at this, very stable thanks to the low center of gravity, thanks to the heavy battery. And my personal, just press twice here and the beep is gone for the overspeed. So we do have a tolerance here in the city, 10 kilometers plus in Croatia, so technically not speeding, but amazing little EV. I really love this yellow color. It just matches the car perfectly. On the press, we had the white one and a green one on the press launch locally here a few months ago, but this one looks the best on the car. I think this is like the launch color, or one of the launch colors, but it just looks amazing. Now, same problem with all Renault cars is this plastic around the camera. It's just a huge blind spot for the traffic light. Actually, I can't see the traffic light because of the sign. I'm not sure if they've added this sign recently on this spot, or actually I'm not on the first spot, so that makes sense. I don't see it anyways. Here you can see the display options. You can have the radio. I actually haven't demonstrate the radio. You have the range, consumption. You have different views here, so you can have one with only the speedo. You can have one with the power and charge. You can have the maps. You can also have it like this, and you can have the one I had with the lane assist, distance, and so on. Now, the only maybe downside of this car is it doesn't have LFP battery, and it doesn't have really too much interior space on the back seat, especially if a tall person sitting on the front. For that purpose, there's the new 4. Okay, so just a little bit, and I'm already like way above the speed limit. It's just very nippy in this sport mode, if you will. So it's just great feeling. The handling is amazing. The sharpness of the steering is amazing as well. I haven't actually put it into sport mode. Okay, let's see the comfort. Let's change the colors a little bit. So this is more of a gentle acceleration compared to the sport, where it's more nippy. I'm hearing this like sound, like something is like rough tire noise. I'm not sure if something has picked up with the tires, like some rocks, but yeah, that's what I'm hearing. So you can see here power or charge, and the navigation, that really looks nice. Now I'm just gonna switch to sport. So you can also see the headlights here nice and wide, so just a little very nippy and very, very nice and precise. We're gonna go back to sport mode on the highway, but just here we're gonna keep it on the personal. So 150 horsepower in this car is a lot. It's again not a too heavy EV. It's instant torque, and it's very nippy, and it's just such a fun car to drive. Okay, they finally decided to switch off this traffic light. I guess this traffic is not operating anymore. Yeah, I'm noticing I'm going over the speed limit more than the tolerance, but it's just a car. So even if you go faster over this bad parts on the road, it's just, you don't feel it, man. It's just such a comfy car. Now this can be a very good city hatchback, very fun car for the track as well. It's going to be the Alpine version, and if you go for the 120 horsepower, it should be fine. In France, they're going to be selling the 95. I wouldn't go for that. That's a little bit underpowered. It's good for daily purpose. I'm not sure if it's going to be sold in other European countries, but in Croatia we won't get the 95 horsepower variant, only 120, which is plenty, and 150, which is super fun. While we are stationary, let me just play some music for you. Harman Kardon speakers, so okay, that's really some trashy song. Also, it's domestic songs on this album. So this radio station has some sort of techno and dance music at late night. Probably not the best song to, just demonstrate the speakers, but the speakers are nice and loud. The sound system is amazing. It's well worth it if you are going for the top trim. Now, Recuperation in B, it isn't too aggressive as I would like for one pedal driving. If I put it back to D, the car just keeps going forward. It's like it's coasting, and it's like really gentle recuperation, far less than I would like. But now I have this theory, I never put it to a test. If you're driving in this default setting in D, and the car keeps coasting, maybe you're using less power and it's slightly recuperating, but when you're forcing recuperation, it's resisting also more, so that might add to the power consumption. Now in D, so you can see it just speeds up easier, and I've let go already, but it's just like gently recuperating. I'm gonna put it to B. Now you felt or maybe saw the little lean forward, and it's recuperating more. So the question is it better to drive in B and recuperate more? Are you putting more juice in the battery long term? Maybe you save more, or do you save more while driving in the normal? I don't know. Type in the comments below. What do you think? It's kind of a nicer acceleration in the D because it feels like there's less resistance. In the B, it's resisting and it's forcing recuperation. So that's that. I would usually hit one of these manholes up ahead now. I will try to hit one just to show you that this is super comfy. Okay, this one's deeper. Barely felt it. This one's super deep. I'm gonna skip this one. I'm gonna hit this one as well, a bit deeper. Barely noticeable. So overall, this car is such an amazing city hatchback. I'm just blown away. It has the styling, it has the technology, drives great. It's like a little sports car. It just feels amazing. It feels like it has almost everything. I would say it's 100%, but for the 110%, it would need the at least LFP battery. So that would be perfect. Okay, I'm gonna put it to sport mode now. Sport. Okay, so I'm gonna go a bit faster in this bend and join the highway. Wow, that's comfortable. Not. It's like the question is how comfortable you are as a driver in the bend at that speed. Wow, it's just not super pulling like my Tesla, but it's going fast. 150, dropping to 130. And dropping to 100. Skipped it again. Personal. Okay, so this was just a demo. Okay, driving 100. So we'll focus on the sounds we're hearing. Soft asphalt, rough. So there's obviously the tire noise. There is a little wind noise around the side mirror. It increases towards 130. Now I'm going to engage the lane assist. I'm going to set up the speed here, let's say 110. Okay, now it's on. I knew it was green, supposed to be green. Sorry, I just haven't played with it. Lane assist should be on as well, but feels like it's not. Okay, I'm in the center now, so I'm just gonna pull to the right, and it keeps me in the center. I can press here to change the follow distance. I can lower it. See? If I use a turn signal, yeah, I have to wait for this to be green lines and then it's keeping in the lane. I'm gonna speed up a little bit here. Keeping me in the lane. My hands are close but not on the steering wheel. You can have that minimal display. Long beam. It's nice. You can have here different displays. Navigation. Now the car is going to slow down. Now this is our exit. So I'm just going to disengage the cruise. So thanks to the high recuperation, you quickly lower your speed, same as quickly you speed up. So Yeah, again, very comfortable. The little sound is like my elbow pressing on some plastic. So the reality is, when you have a lot of plastic materials, when you press on them, they're just going to make some sounds. They do not make one piece hard plastic materials. There's a lot of like thin plastic materials, and those materials will just make some sounds. That's the reality of this very posh looking design. So if you touch this space around, it's probably going to make some sounds, obviously. So no point of arguing or complaining about that. You can here set also the adaptive cruise control or the speed limiter. So this is the normal beam, this is the long beam. I can see all the way back. It raises up a little bit, but when you leave it, it drops. You can clearly see that on the camera. I'm going to reverse back. So I'm using the backing camera and the mirrors. It is almost full moon. You should be able to see quite well. So yeah, it's always safer to use your mirrors rather than just rely on the camera. No one behind me and no one in front. Hope it stays that way. We're going to just stop here fully and hold the brake, floor the accelerator, and release the brake. Brake check. Okay, engages the hazards. Doesn't disengage them. Well, it was decent. I think it was around 8 seconds. It's not savage as a Tesla, but for 150 horsepower, it's quite decent. Instant acceleration. And for someone who's first time jumping in an EV, this is going to be even exciting. Okay, back to the personal. You have to press twice. Actually, went to comfort, doesn't matter. This comfort theme with the yellow is kind of relaxing for my eyes for some reason. I do like the purple. It's also great looking. Now, I'm really curious about the battery range. I did not 100 kilometers, maybe 100 kilometers. Okay, maybe 100 kilometers since I picked up the car, maybe 120, and it's at 54% of state of charge. When I was at 90%, I've typed in the navigation Zadar, and it told me I wouldn't make it. So I'm not sure what 100% is. It like a stretch or not on the highway? But I guess stay tuned for that. That's the only way to actually see what's the real range. So the reality is I might have to charge maybe once, or maybe I'm gonna like really cut it to 0% from 100, but we're gonna see that. But it should be interesting results. Now I've switched to the consumption. We came to 15 kilowatts, but since we did a little highway drive and 0 to 100, it's actually not that bad altogether. Now, time to wrap up the review. Should you buy this car? Should you shortlist it? Well, if you have the budget, you should buy it in the top trim. It's probably the best, of course, to have it all, but you can't. That's the reality of life. For most of you, shortlisting this will be a friendly budget option, going for the Techno trim. So not this iconic, but the Techno trim, and I would go for the at least 120 horsepower version. but if you have the budget, go for the 150 horsepower. This is then really a fun car. It's like a go-kart. It's just, trust me, we're going to be grateful. Of course, I always advise you to do a test drive for yourself, and you're going to experience the car, see how it feels. What else? If you're in Zagreb by any chance, this is New Zagreb Avenue Mall. There's charging stations here, so you can check them out. These are local Croatian company. This is also a good spot for shopping, but also they have a good cinema here. So we have arrived at our destination. I would say perfect parking, like always. And again, you can engage the parking brake, or you can just like press here and turn it off. Okay, excited for tomorrow's trip. Do subscribe, click the bell to get notified. If you're new to the channel, welcome. I tend to do detailed reviews. I will do tomorrow the range test. I will charge the car overnight to 100%. And I'm gonna wrap it here. The video has to have an end somewhere. So I usually do always the same route, so you can compare all the cars I test. Only the thing that changed are the seasons. Sometimes it's like instructions, so I maybe slightly change the route, but mostly it's the same. I'm just gonna turn those headlights once again so you can see them in the garage. Okay, it doesn't want you to do that. I'm gonna then unlock it. So again, wink wink. I love this detail. It's just so cool. Yeah, just another walk around in the garage. So yeah, just this baby looks so good. In France, it's like almost sold out, allegedly. That's what they told us on the press. At least the bigger battery and the 150 horsepower version. So this is the only one that they have currently on the spot. You can see now that their battery symbol has changed. This is like they only have in Croatia. If you're interested in buying, only a few of these with a larger battery. The rest are with a smaller battery. And also in fall of 2025, you can get 9,000 euro of discount for a company. If you buy an EV, and Renault gives you another 1,000 euros, so that's 10,000 euros off the price. This one is 36, so and the base model is 29. So do the math. I'm gonna wrap it here. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.